So today I sold all of my Clover Health investment positions. Hello everyone, Get Invested here. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. As mentioned yesterday, I sold all of my Clover Health investment today for a number of reasons. As I said yesterday, this was a very short-term play, and I knew that this is not a stock that I see playing in the long term, but of course in the short term, I knew that there could be some quick buck to be made. I did make it. I wanted to share some of the things that how much I specifically made of that trade and why exactly I quit it and when I quit it. And of course, what exactly am I planning to do with that new money that I have. So before I do that, as I usually do, I wanted to deep dive into the video with some NASDAQ. So today, as we can see, the technology or overall the market was not really, didn't know what to do, because we can see that at some point throughout the day, they were up, but then they retreated. So the market is sort of in that little environment where they're still figuring out whether we are past that inflationary period or we're still there, or what exactly is waiting for the economy. So nobody is knowing what's going on. So obviously those new comments would be coming up soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. But obviously there's several uncertainties in the market that obviously a lot of people not knowing what to do. So without further ado, let's deep dive into Clover Health Investment right away. And we can see that today they actually went down. So as expected, right? Within the market, they were actually up, which was great. And actually at some point here, right away, I thought that it could be good opportunity to sell because there was a huge market downturn as soon as the market opened. So this was a very bad sign because I was expecting it to go up and maybe sell somewhere in the middle, because I was expecting it to go up even higher than 20%. But as soon as I saw this downturn, I thought, okay, this is it. This is the time to sell. So I technically sold around here. We can actually look down and see where exactly I sold it. So we can see that I actually held not only the some of their shares, but also some of the options. So we can see that here I sold all of the shares that I had, 40 shares that I had at $24.38, which is essentially, we can see that it's around here actually, right? When there was a downturn, I thought it would be continued dipping. So there was a little upturn, a little bit of retreat, but then it kept going. And as we can see that throughout the day, they were down 23%, and even after hours about 4%. So definitely a very bad sign. But I should say that this is a trend that was seen in overall meme stock market. So it could be some of the things that was happening in the market, but hey, at the end of the day, I was ready to get out of my positions, and I did that, as we can see, around this time. And let's look at where exactly I bought them. So 40 shares, I bought them in two tranches. We can see that I bought 4 initially at $11, and then I decided to buy more the next day, so 36 after that. So it was yesterday when I bought at about $1770 dollars, and we can see that I spent around roughly $680, and I sold all of that for about $970. So I did make around $300 on the shares only. And on the options, I did not make as much as I wanted, but at least I am profitable. I did not lose any money as well, which is good, because as we can see, I bought 2 contracts, and one of them at 7.8, another one at 7.5, and I sold both of them at 7.9. So that's obviously not that much considering how much I invested. But again, at the end of the day, it could be way worse than that. So I am very thankful that I got out of this position with profit, with plus $60. So overall in this trade, $360 in one day, not too bad at all. Absolutely not, because I knew that this is a very short-term play. On another note, so I did sell these options at 7.9. Let's see what those options are worth after the market downturn. So we can see that that's a December 17th with a strike price of $30. So it's right here, strike price of $30, December 17th. We can see that the price is actually 3.55 now, which is 50% lower than what I sold, which is, I'm very thankful for that as well, which is great. So with Clover Health Investments, I will actually look very close to them because I've heard a lot of things on both sides, bullish and bearish cases. My gut is telling me that it could be another short-term play in the near future. because this downturn could be that there was a massive upturn here. So obviously it was a no-brainer that the company's price would go down. So playing that, I considered that. But there could be that this is a short-term thing, and there could be some of the market upturns as well. So I'll closely look at them, and I would suggest you as well to make sure that you don't miss any opportunities if they're out there. So usually with these about 30% downturns in the market, there's always a good upturn. So I will closely monitor that as well. So you could say this is a good money. And on another note, I also want to make sure that I covered as well with one video is this. So essentially we can see that I also held some positions at Celsius, which is also a short-term play for me. And I had 3 contracts for them, and I sold one of them yesterday at around $10. So $10.80 to be precise. And as we can see, that was also a good thing. So that trade was specifically on taking out some of the principal that I had on this trade. So essentially whatever happens with Celsius, this is of course would be in an additional bonus, which is great. And we can see that these options that I hold are not expiring up until January of 2022, which is a wonderful thing. So now you could say that I've got so much buying power. What would I do with this, right? So today what I did, I didn't use all of that, of course. Today what I did, I bought some of the options on this stock named Canaan, and they are in the cryptocurrency industry. So essentially what they do is they offer chips for the Bitcoin mining. So obviously they are very heavily focused on Bitcoin, and obviously their stock price is based on Bitcoin and overall the crypto market. So this is kind of a stock that I think has been sort of forgotten in a while because of we're not having that much hype on the cryptocurrency industry. So I think that is something to be fixed soon. And on another note, we can see that in a day they were up around 5%, but we can see that their options market did actually work negatively. Yes, that happens in the options market. They were up by 20%, even more than that. But I did buy some of the positions as well on some of their $47 calls. I bought them at around 1.8-ish, and they did go down even since then. But we can see that that has been gone down by about 45%. Usually these type of options are great play because at least if they recover from their initial positions, there is a massive return out there, just which is great, because I know that there would be in retreat from these times. Retreat meaning coming back definitely by 2023. So nothing to worry about there. And I know that the crypto industry is going to come back, and I love it. I love these option prices. So definitely something to look at as well. If you guys like such type of videos, make sure you subscribe on the channel. There's a lot more to discover. Other than that, thank you very much for joining me. Talk to you later.